fucked up where Bill tells me to play. One is the song he doesn't tell me to play.
Put half of your bag on the other scale, see? And that way you can stay under the $25 limit.
Good evening. It was one of the worst days in the modern history of one of the great cities in the world. One man held 17 innocent people in a storefront standoff from day into night before it ended in flashbang grenades and gunfire. It is where we begin our coverage tonight with NBC's Sarah James.
No one believes something like this could happen here, Brian, with 2 hostages and others injured. I'm standing just a few hundred yards from the cafe where it all began, and that is now a crime scene. Many questions remain today. Police say this is an active investigation. After more than 16 hours, the siege ended in violence. Heavily armed police stormed the cafe using what appeared to be stun grenades after hearing gunfire inside. As paramedics raced to the scene, stretchers ready. It all began during morning rush hour. At 9:45, police are called to the Lindt Chocolate Cafe, the busy heart of the business district. 17 hostages inside. They're forced to hold up a flag showing the declaration of faith. One after another, hostages stand in the window, some for hours. Others later post demands on social media.
Hey now, here we are. Red Rock Casino in Las Vegas.
He wants a flag and to talk to the Australian Prime Minister. As the news spreads, air traffic is diverted. There are evacuations. The U.S. consulate, which issues an emergency warning to Americans.
Now here's a helicopter.
We're under attack.
And directly across from the cafe, the Channel 7 newsroom, where a police sniper takes up a position.
We saw some chilling scenes as they forced these hostages up against the glass window.
A self-styled radical with a history of trouble with the law, who was on bail facing charges of accessory for the murder of his ex-wife. 6 hours into the crisis, 3 hostages somehow escape. At 9 p.m., the cafe lights go out. The police don night vision goggles. Then at 2:08 in the morning, the hostages suddenly run for their lives. Police storm the building. NBC News.
We've heard the term before, a lone wolf who strikes out on his own with a loose grip on reality and a long rap sheet, a self-promoter who craved media attention. It's people like him, loners, outcasts with delusions of glory and revenge, who are most susceptible to the propaganda posted by groups. A man whose social media profile was full of propaganda attacked with a hatchet, inspired by a radical ideology. The U.S. has seen lone wolves before, and experts say we'll see more of them.
2 new studies indicate that around 30 to 40% of these lone wolf attackers are deranged and have some form of mental illness. So I think the term lone wolf is somewhat more romantic than it needs to be for these individuals.
Well, concluding our coverage.